Hey guys, how are you? Hang on a second. I'm trying to shut this down. Okay, there we go. Down. All right. All right. Let's see. I've got to get my thumbnail up here. What happened to my thumbnail? Oh, downloads. Megan Boswell. Okay, so I was very shocked today when I got up in the morning and I looked and I saw that the Megan Boswell trial was live. And I'm like, what the heck? And you know what I thought it was at first? I'm like, wait a second. I know what this is. This is someone that, like, hey guys, oopsie, that recorded it or something and is playing it, and it's live because it's they're replaying it. But I thought, okay, for sure, this has got to be something. But it was a new trial day. 100% it was a new trial day. And hello there, Leslie B. How are you? Leslie B is one of our new members. Hi, Captain Lee. Heart Made Wise. L. One-Eyed Blind Arts. Whoops, I'm not on live chat. And it was a live trial. So I said, wow, okay, because she was wearing something different. Hi, Ceci Darcy. Hi, Debbie D. So let me get my notes. Now, today I'll tell you what was up today in there. There were some interviews that were played. There were investigators. And then there was somebody that was a special agent for the TBI who is now an attorney. And hi, it's Bink. How are you? Who's now an attorney. And he was on the stand. And that was the crux of today. But I'm going to tell you about what they talked about, okay? So they had retired Steve Williams. He was with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office for 34 years. And did he go, February, how did you get involved in this case? Well, he was, at that time, he was, again, working for the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office as a detective. And in February, he did an interview with Megan Boswell. And so he was the lieutenant over criminal investigations, let's see, and they played the interview. And in this interview, Megan is lying consistently. She lies. Okay, where's the baby? The baby's with Ethan. Now she'll say that the last time she saw the baby was December 26th. And that Ethan, and this part is true, that he met the baby for the first time in El Paso. That was a few months earlier. She drove there with the baby. That was the only time that Ethan Perry was ever with this child. Now, is Ethan Perry the father of this child? No, he's not. And we're finding that out now, so it's so strange because I thought he was the father. So we don't know. It hasn't come up yet. We did hear like a little bit that he was brought for a DNA test by either his step-grandfather or his stepfather. And hi, Heart Made Wise. So they're talking in this interview. And she's just telling one lie after another lie after another lie because Ethan Perry doesn't have this baby. So whatever this girl says, okay, is a lie. We know that Evelyn is in a garbage can in her playhouse, in her childhood playhouse that her grandfather built for her with leftover wood from a barn they put up on the property. That's where Evelyn is. And the other shed contains boxes and boxes and boxes of her toys, her blankets, her pacifiers, her bottles, a diaper bag, medications, all of that is in that shed. So literally, it's just one lie after another. And she goes, there's like multiple interviews. Now they asked him the investigator, if he knew about other interviews. And if you're able to sit outside the room and hear the recording, yes, you can. So they asked him, like, did you hear other interviewers? Now, they had something where at one point she doesn't ask for an attorney, like, kind of, he says, like, you're free to go. But then she says something like, well, if I, something like, well, if something's going to do that, well, then I would get an attorney or something. But she doesn't ask for one. But the defense in their cross-examinations tries to hit on that, because they're looking for any loophole that they can say didn't get this tossed out. We already know yesterday they tried to get a dismissal in a mistrial. Excuse me, a mistrial. So yeah, so they have that investigator, and then Megan's lying, right? Her brains out, is what I wrote here. She'll say something like, "I know it sounds bad, but he can buy her a pack of freaking diapers." So like she takes things that don't really sound bad and tries to act like, "Oh, I know it sounds bad that I let him watch." No, it doesn't sound bad, Megan, that you allegedly would let your baby daddy's father watch his baby or have joint custody. That's not what sounds bad. What sounds bad is that the whole time your baby is in a garbage bag inside a garbage can with another garbage bag on top of her with a blanket around her head, and then wrapped her head in aluminum foil. That sounds bad, Megan. That sounds bad. And you sound just out of your mind saying these other things sound bad, right? Okay. She also talks about how she took care of her mother's babies, and she said that when her mother, when Megan was 13, her mother had a baby, and then her mother had another baby when she was 15, and she says she took full care of these children. And so, he can just take her for a while, meaning like she's had her fill of babies. She's raised her mother's 2 kids. So it's okay. She's just going to leave her baby there if she doesn't know how long. She's totally not concerned at all for her baby. Nothing at all. There's no concern in her voice. There's no franticness. There's nothing. She sits at that table and all she does is lie. All she does is lie. Hi, Sandra Voss. How are you? Okay. So she didn't, she said something like, "Oh, it's okay, because when I gave him to her, she didn't even reach for me or anything. Like, she was totally fine going with him. It's fine." And when she said that, it was almost like she was kind of like putting that out there about her, like, so, "Oh, she didn't even reach for me or anything." Maybe there was a time when she handed the baby over to someone, maybe when they were in El Paso, and maybe the baby didn't reach for her, and she's kept that here. And maybe that's one of the things that in her head she thinks, like, "Oh, she didn't like me anyway." I don't know. I don't even know what this girl is. She's just... So apparently her mother talked to Ethan, according to this interview, and she said she told me she's been talking to him. She told the investigator. They wanted to know how long her mother and Tommy, her biological father, had been separated. She started to say they got separated, she thought, in 2014 or 2015, but then said, "Oh, wait a minute, they had a baby after that." So I think they got separated and back together. And then when did they finally split? And she said she thinks it was like June of 2018 when Ashley, that's the father's soon-to-be ex-wife at this point, had moved in, and she had her son that stayed on and off with them, and he had a young daughter and son. Okay. She started staying in his house. but then she went to Old Mommy. She calls Tommy's mother Old Mommy, and she would live there with Old Mommy. And then she said she moved to that trailer. We talked about that trailer before. That's in a trailer park that Tommy's son owned. Hi, Lori Stacks. Remember that they had a paving company, right? And they owned that trailer park. And they had the stepmother, Ashley, and Megan allegedly had cleaned out that trailer. Hi, Elle. And they had cleaned it out, and she thinks it was about a couple days before Halloween. And then she had moved in. But remember, she couldn't have lived there very long because it looks like whatever happened to Evelyn happened on like December 6th or something, or she wasn't seen after December 6th. So, yeah, I mean, and then she had started working at that chicken shack, right, that was owned by Hunter's father. And, you know, he was, so they saw the investigator trying to go with like this tactic. They're like, what are you trying to do? Well, he was trying to get her, like, did the baby have a breathing issue? Did the baby have this? You know, it's a common tactic with investigators, okay? You've seen it with Jodi Arias. You've seen it with a lot of people like Chris Watts. Well, they try to get a little thing. So, like with Jodi Arias, they're like, oh, you know, did something happen? Was it an accident? Did you not mean to, you know, whatever. Just get something little and then expand on it. So they're trying to see, like, oh, did she have a breathing issue? Whatever. Maybe she'll say, oh, yeah, she did. She had a breathing issue, and I went in, and she had stopped breathing. Hi, Jen Grill. And I went in there. She stopped breathing. Let's just say that this is where it could have gone, why he was doing it. It didn't go that way, but this is what they were trying to do, to get her to admit maybe a little bit that something, giving her another option for something to have happened to the baby. Okay, just like they could say, you know, was there an accident? Did she fall down the stairs? And, you know, and you were just panicked because you're young. And so she didn't go for it, you know, but they were trying to get that. And then why wouldn't you have called 911 and all that? But that didn't happen, okay? Now, the next person was David Gratz. Now, he's an attorney, but he previously was with the TBI. And he started with the TBI in August of 2019, so shortly before Evelyn was reported missing. And he went to the trailer that Megan had lived in. She was already moved out at the time. There were already no tenants in there, and he went to meet that Feller, Austin Feller. Yeah, he went to meet him. And then there was an interview he had, and he asked her about Hunter. And according to Megan, Hunter has never been around Evelyn, never. That Evelyn has never stayed over at Hunter's residence, and he hasn't had any interaction whatsoever with Evelyn. She said that Ethan never kept Evelyn at all. The first time that he met Evelyn again was in El Paso when she drove down there. And had she seen Evelyn since dropping? Okay, so she claims she did this drop off to Ethan on December 26th. And so, have you ever seen Evelyn since December 26th? No. And they said, did she say she was worried? No. Did she say she was upset? Did she say she was concerned? No. What was her demeanor? Her demeanor was she was very nonchalant. Okay? It was not a big deal. And the same day there was another interview, and Sergeant Price was there. And here they're talking about a lot of items. And we saw a lot of items before, but this one there were some items picked up where she was staying with Hunter. And one of them was a Polaroid. And it was obtained in a box of her belongings. And it's at a place called Blowing Rock, North Carolina. And this is significant because she talks about different areas. Now, at one point, she says that the baby is at a campground, Mordello, I think is where they said it was, with her mother. But that was just a wild goose chase. And that's why she has charges for this. And why people were looking for this vehicle that her mother and her boyfriend were driving. And we'll talk about him in a minute. But, yeah, the aquarium photo. There's a memory book with an ultrasound that was shown. And these were found in her belongings at Hunter's residence. And at some point, she had said, yes, that her mother, Angela Boswell, had her baby. And they located them I remember when this was happening in real time. They put the car out there. They thought like, oh my gosh, I think it was an Amber Alert, And they were located in North Carolina. And this, at that time, special agent, now attorney, went to interview William and Angela. And it turned out, no, they didn't have the baby. No. Not working. And then the mother got in some trouble. They had a shoplifting charge after that. Yeah, that's why she was in jail. And that's why they brought her in to speak to Megan after that one of those times. And then they interviewed Megan with that Price investigator again. And they tried to develop a timeline, right? Because that's really important. The most important thing on that timeline is to try to pinpoint that last known whereabouts when you have a missing person. When is the last time that they were seen? And that's what they're doing here with all of this. And she is lying so much to them. So now, February 25th, 2020, Megan shows up on her own. Let's see. She gave a couple of different reasons. So they didn't have an interview scheduled with her for February 25th. But Megan shows up, okay? She just shows up. And shows up on her own. Why did she show up on her own? Well, she wanted her body spray. Now, I don't know if this is something they confiscated from her, something that she left there. Who knows? She wanted her body spray was one of the reasons. Another reason that she showed up was that she had questions about the search party. And then another one was that she was concerned that she was going to be charged with tampering with evidence. And when she was asked why she thought she was going to be charged with tampering with evidence, well, her answer was that someone told her that that was what was going to happen. Okay, so that was just crazy and unbelievable. Did she have any concern for Evelyn? Like, did she go there and say, what's going on? Has anybody found my baby? Does anybody have any leads? Did anybody come here? Were you able to get anything from anybody you talked to? No, she didn't ask about any of that. That there wasn't any concern for Evelyn. And why? Because she knew exactly what happened, and she knew where Evelyn was. And this was all just a wild goose chase she was leading everybody on. Again, this investigator gave her some different scenarios where something could have happened, right? And could have, panicked again, but she didn't bite on that either. She wasn't going to go there. So he started to talk to her about several reasons, about positional asphyxiation. Okay, now, and some of the things that he was investigating, he found an apartment application. There was an apartment application where she was applying for housing, and that housing, they wanted to move in, I believe it was a January 3rd date, or January 3rd or January 4th. But the interesting thing was that application listed 3 occupants that would be in that apartment. Well, who would it be? They asked her, who are these 3 people? Is that Hunter, you, and Evelyn? No, she said. It's the new baby. she told them she was pregnant. Okay? And I wonder if that Hello Baby book with the ultrasound was for this alleged new baby who I don't even know. I mean, they said later on, and I looked it up, that she was never pregnant. So I don't know. But was she fooling Hunter that she was pregnant? I don't know. The thing is, she said to them, listen to this one. Oh, really? That's not for Evelyn? Like, why wouldn't Evelyn live at that apartment? Well, why wouldn't Evelyn live at that apartment? Because Hunter didn't want her there. Hunter didn't want her there, she said. Hunter did not want them to have Evelyn living with them. So there you go. If that is true, and again, we don't know because Megan lies all the time. But this is what she told them. And then they went back and February, March, I'm so sorry. When they went to that playhouse, yes, this investigator here was there. And so we heard from the other one that had found her body. Well, this special agent gives us a little more in that, and saying that remember I asked about a smell of decomposition, like was there was no smell of decomposition until they pulled up the one garbage bag. Now the reason that being is it was stuck in there so tightly, the other one had been compressed down there, that they said it almost created a vacuum. And so when they pulled the other bag off and then opened the bag underneath, he said immediately there was a smell of decomposition. But when they saw the leg of the baby, of Megan, it actually, he said, looked to him like a vintage baby doll. He said it appeared shiny and it appeared as if maybe it was porcelain or something. It didn't look real at first. And then, well, how long until you saw that? You know, he said there was a shine, but there was the smell of decomposition. And yes, you know, like right away they realized, no, this is a baby. And then of course they had to stop and, you know, call the medical examiner. They went over the trash contents, and there were a lot of questions about like how and what did he do with the contents of that trash, what happened to the blanket, what happened to any clothing, what happened to the aluminum foil when they took it off of Evelyn's head. That all went into evidence and all of that. But what I'm going to do right now is go back in the case and find out how her mother was arrested again. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, it was something to do with shoplifting a lot of groceries from Walmart. But let me see, and where the mother is now, meaning not the mother of Megan, right? Angela Boswell. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Evelyn Boswell's grandmother was cited for shopping at Walmart. Okay, so this was a photo of hold on here. Okay, this is Angel Boswell, Tommy Boswell's wife, Megan Boswell's mother. This is her boyfriend, William McLeod. I believe his name is William McLeod. Let me make sure. Yeah, William McLeod. Now, Angela, this is back in 2020, was 42 years old. Now she's, 47, right? And William McLeod was 33 back then. I would put him at 38. And what they were doing, she was cited for shoplifting at a Tennessee Walmart along with her boyfriend. They approached a cash register with $45.02 worth of merchandise in a grocery cart. They failed to pay for them, tried to leave the store when they were stopped by a loss prevention officer. Police issued them both misdemeanor citations and said they had been banned for life from all Walmart properties. How would they know? How would they know? Does that have like face recognition when you walk into those things? Get out of here. Okay. Angela and Boswell and William McLeod then left the store on foot, but they also faced theft charges in connection with the case of 15-month-old Evelyn, who was reported missing in February after relatives say they had not seen the baby in months. Now, Megan Boswell and William McLeod were arrested on February 21st in North Carolina on fugitive warrants. They have been charged with theft over a car sought in the case. The couple denied the allegations, saying that they were given the vehicle and the charges are just a misunderstanding. They were both released on bond, and the condition they were ordered to wear ankle monitors. Baby Evelyn's remains were discovered March 6th in a playhouse on the property of Tommy Boswell Sr. Let's see. Do I have anything else going on here? Okay. Okay, and then wonder where she is now. Okay. All right, let me just check on. There's something that I have over. Where the heck is my. Let me see if it's over here. Okay, just saw it a second. It's this one. All right, let's see. Okay, so here are some posts. These are from a while ago. Okay. She made two $200 purchases in October. Okay, so apparently it looks like now, wait a second, because Evelyn had her car repoed. Not Evelyn, I'm so sorry, Megan. She had her car repoed. And now people are saying it was because she had made a, let me see, some lady in Sensi said that. I don't know. I'd have to check that out, but that could be she had taken a bunch of loans on her car that was paid for. A lot of people are wondering why her leg that we saw was not, it looked, you know, it looked normal, okay? And for the baby, it's not like it was frozen over there. And I don't know, people are saying, I'm going to see what people are saying here about that. Let me see. Pretty cold. Somebody said it could have slowed it down. And they're wondering why you couldn't even smell it. That is weird. But someone said because the blood pooling to the head and the neck where the compression was, it could have been that. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and there was gum. Listen to me. There was gum in the. They made a deal about this, that there was chewing gum, and they took that and they brought that to evidence too. Hunter's not the dad, and I don't know who the dad is. Again, don't know yet. We haven't heard. Some people are believing that her death was accidental, and they're believing that Megan panicked and didn't call anyone, but I don't know. There were also pictures of the aquarium that were shared that she showed. Yeah. She also said at one point, I think Hunter took her to my dad's land, but he left close to dark, so he rolled on her during a nap. She said a lot of things. So, but he is supposedly had never seen her, so it's just so crazy. It'll be back on, on March, but this was from the apartment. Let's see here. Prestonwood, 2-bedroom, second floor. How many people? 3. Will you bring any pets? No. Okay, so that. Let me see where you guys are. Let's see. Yeah, look at this here. Okay, I have to run up somebody needs something, okay? Can you just wait 1 minute for me? Okay, please talk amongst yourself for 1 minute. I gotta run up and get something. I'm back. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So let's see. Let's do probably word cookies. So sorry. I had to run upstairs to get something. All right. Daily puzzle. All right. Gall. Y'all? No. I haven't had one puzzle where it has the word gin in it and it's not in there. Isn't that funny? Nag. Nail. Very good. Laying. I have laying, yeah. Nag. Gill. Gill, heart made wise, very good. Gill. Hi, Leslie B. All. Yeah, we got that. Gain gaily. Let's try that. Very good. A heart made wise. No, it goes in alphabetical order, so that wouldn't be there. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, here we got doubles again. Why do we have doubles again? I tried yin yang. Neither one, Jane Girl. Good try though. Y'all, I tried. Oh, did I not have lay? Yeah, that's good. Thank you, DVD. Allen wrench, isn't it? Like an Allen wrench? Oh no, or is it an Allen wrench? like that. I thought that was one. Ling, Ling. Okay. Nilly, oh, willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Lane. Gila? Oh, like a Gila monster? No, how about a Gila with two A's? Lily. Very good. Jingrill. Lily. Very good. Galley. I tried that. Clean. Gilla. Gilly. And Lon. Yin. Oh, how about nil? Okay. Completed Millie's inlay. That's very good. Perfect. Now we just have to get that one on top. Hi, it's just me. How are you? I have laying. One more. There, I got allying. Oh, you got a 2 heart midwife. Good. You're good too? I really got to go to bed because I've got an early day tomorrow and I've got a really early day on Monday. I'll play one more game here. See some of these. All right, let's see. Okay, that's it. I'm going to do that. That's going to be the end for tonight. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers to see you tomorrow. Be good. Probably going to do a craft night tomorrow night. We'll see. I'll talk to you later. Love you, bye now. God bless. Be good. Be kind.